Welcome to the Pattern Recognizer. Most people are running programs they never chose. Today we expose one of those patterns, see exactly how it works, and discover the precise shift that can set you free. Let's begin. You close the door on a relationship at midnight. You delete the number. You promise yourself, never again. And by next spring, you answer when the phone rings. You cancel the subscription, you throw out the box, you get a fresh bank account, and 2 months later, the old pattern has quietly reassembled itself. This is not bad luck. It's not weakness. It's a precise architecture of return built into how you terminate things. Name the pattern, the Ouroboros commitment, a hidden pledge formed at resignation, sewn into your next act that guarantees the ending will become the beginning again. One sentence, you carry a closed-loop promise that reflexively rebuilds what you thought you left behind. Now, the psychological mechanism. There are 3 interlocking pieces. First, attachment loops. Closure often fails because emotion remains unpaid. Grief, shame, or unfinished respect creates a neurological tension, a pull toward familiarity. Second, identity contracts. We tidy an external situation but keep the same internal story. I am the one who returns. I am the fixer, I am the failure, and the narrative calls the old scene back. Third, reward conditioning. The brain learns the cadence of relief plus relapse, a small hit of relief when you end something, followed by the stronger rush when the pattern completes itself again. Those micro rewards train the return. These 3 cohere into a behavioral magnet. You do the ending, but you remain bound to its chemistry. Esoterically, imagine the ending as an incantation inscribed in habit energy. In certain traditions, they call it a sigil, an intentional shape that keeps reproducing itself. Sacred geometry gives us a clearer image, a coil, the Ouroboros, drawn back into itself, a self-consuming knot of intention. When you enact an ending but leave the intention half-formed, you burn a circular glyph into your field. The glyph's edges attract the same pattern, circumstance, people, in response. Because energy follows form, the result is return, not renewal. A metaphor to make this sharp. Picture a knot sewn into a jacket seam. You want the knot gone, so you cut the hem and think the knot is free. But the knot was tied into the cloth. You haven't loosed it, you only hid it. So when you put the jacket on, the knot pulls the seam tight again. If you want the knot gone, you must open the hem, disentangle the thread, and remove the knot at its root. Cutting the outside only guarantees that the knot will reappear. That is the difference between stopping a behavior and dissolving the pattern. Here is the concrete daily shift, a 3-minute practice I call the termination re-etch. It is short, precise, and repeatable. Use it at the moment of an ending, and again each morning for 30 days when you feel the old pull. Step 1. Breathe. Sit upright. Inhale for 4 counts. Exhale for 6. Repeat twice. Breathe to steady the nervous system. Step 2. Boundary gesture. With your dominant hand, make a single decisive outward palm sweep. Not aggressive, but firm, as if you're moving smoke away from your chest. Hold the gesture for 3 seconds and sense the line you've drawn. Step 3. Symbolic erasure. Take a pen and on paper write the name of the pattern or person, then visibly cross it out with 3 horizontal strokes, each stroke louder in your mind. End, no return, dissolve. After the 3rd stroke, fold the paper inward and place it beneath your foot for 30 seconds. The physical placement signals that the pattern no longer occupies your center. Use this sequence when you finish a relationship, a role, or when a familiar relapse begins to whisper. A few practical notes and necessary cautions. Do the Riech daily. Rituals must be repeated to repattern habit energy. 30 days is the minimum for a neural and energetic shift. Do not mistake the procedure for therapy. If your returns are driven by deep trauma, pair this practice with somatic work or a trained therapist. Do not use the ritual as avoidance. If there's unresolved grief, sit with it. The Riech clears the sigil around that grief, but it does not replace the work of integration. And track progress. Keep a short log each night. What pulled you? How you practiced? What changed? Recap. The Ouroboros commitment is the hidden pledge you make when you end something poorly. An attachment loop, an identity contract, and reward conditioning braided into a sigil that reconstructs the past. The termination Riech is the surgical intervention, breathe, boundary, symbolic erasure, 3 minutes, repeated daily, 30 days minimum. If you want diagrams of the coil, precise Rosicrucian framing, and step-by-step alchemical protocols to integrate this work, explore my full library at Desmarques.com. There are drawings, exercises, and annotated rituals that make the process unapologetically usable. One shift changes everything. That is the pattern, that is the mechanism, and that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com. The pattern is the prison. Awareness is the key. That is the pattern. That is the mechanism. And that is your shift today. If you're ready to decode the full architecture of your life, explore my complete library at Desmarques.com.